Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Dagnan. Hazleton police are looking for a man that they say sold drugs in our area. Police say throughout the months of September, October, and November of 2017, the Hazleton City Police Department Narcotics and Luzerne County Drug Task Force began an investigation into the sales of methamphetamines in the city of Hazleton. Throughout the investigation, several controlled buys of meth were purchased from 29-year-old Samantha Carney of Freeland and 42-year-old Jason Greaves of Hazleton. Carney was arrested and charged with 2 felony counts of delivery of a controlled substance earlier this month and is in the Luzerne County Prison. Greaves faces 4 felony counts of delivery of a controlled substance and 4 felony counts of criminal use of a communication facility. Greaves remains at large and is still believed to be in the Hazleton area. If anyone sees Greaves or knows of his whereabouts, you're asked to call 911. The person police say is responsible for the robbery of the Turkey Hill on Tuesday in Sugarloaf Township was arraigned Tuesday night. WYLN's Gary Perna has more on this story.
This is 38-year-old John Brogan. Sugarloaf Township police arrested him and charged with robbery of the Turkey Hill around 93 Tuesday. The alleged robber had to be carried into his arraignment. He resisted officers' attempt to escort him inside. Brogan is accused of robbing the Turkey Hill on Airport Road just before 11 a.m. Tuesday, and then leading police on a chase through Hazel Township and the city of Hazleton. Troopers were able to take Brogan into custody when the chase ended on Sherman Court in the city. Brogan was arraigned on numerous charges, including theft, robbery, and resisting arrest.
I feel more than confident he's the one responsible for the last at least 4 or 5. Today especially, we had some money in there that was pre-recorded, and we recovered that after a search warrant on his vehicle.
Sugarloaf Township Police Chief Josh Winter said that the Turkey Hill has been robbed 9 times in the last 10 months. And while Brogan is only charged with Tuesday morning's robbery, the chief believes that Brogan is responsible for some others.
Hopefully, going forward here, we can wrap up the previous 4 or 5 robberies.
The other robberies are still under investigation, and he believes Brogan will be charged in some of those in the coming weeks ahead. Before his arraignment, Brogan was taken to Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton, for a medical issue. Once at Lehigh Valley Hospital, police say he tried to escape from officers when leaving the hospital. He kicked an officer in the face, and for that, he's also facing charges of aggravated assault.
At the hospital, he I guess it was starting to settle in where he was going, so, but they seem to be okay.
District Judge Danny O'Donnell set bail at $750,000 straight. Brogan was unable to post it. Tonight, he's locked up in the Luzerne County Prison. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
A guilty plea was entered yesterday by a Hazleton man accused of having a sexual relationship with a minor. Prosecutors allege that 79-year-old Arthur Dittman sexually abused the victim over an 8-year period. He pleaded guilty to a felony count of involuntary deviant sexual intercourse. Other charges against him were dismissed in exchange for his plea. He was also ordered to have no contact with unsupervised minors and must undergo an evaluation. He's scheduled to be sentenced April 30th. A Tamaqua man facing charges that he sexually abused a young boy waived his right to a preliminary hearing on Tuesday. 60-year-old Edward Smith was scheduled to appear for his hearing before Magisterial District Judge Stephen Bayer, but will now have charges heard in Schuylkill County Court. He was arrested in September for soliciting an undercover agent posing as a 14-year-old boy. Smith also allegedly had inappropriate sexual contact with a minor at his home in 2015. He's charged with 2 counts of involuntary deviant sexual intercourse, unlawful contact with a minor, among other charges. He's currently in the Luzerne County Prison for lack of $250,000 bail. A Monroe County man was arrested by Nanticoke police after reports of a domestic dispute. 27-year-old Dion Hosman Blair allegedly assaulted a woman at her home on East Green Street around 11 o'clock Monday night. The victim told police that he slapped and punched her, then forced her to perform a lewd act in front of 3 young children. Police also learned that he was wanted by East Stroudsburg University police on assault and harassment charges from an incident last November. He was taken into custody and charged with indecent assault, simple assault, and harassment. He's behind bars now at the Luzerne County Prison for lack of $20,000 bail. After fleeing the scene of an alleged drug transaction last week, U.S. Marshals arrested a Wilkes-Barre man on Tuesday. Marshals tracked down 27-year-old Jean Jimenez, who was wanted for drug charges. They found him in the 300 block of McLean Street, where he was allegedly in possession of a pistol, suspected meth, marijuana, heroin, and cocaine. After being charged with multiple counts of possession of a controlled substance with intent to deliver, aggravated assault, and reckless endangerment, he was taken to jail for lack of $250,000 bail. A number of problems are plaguing Hazleton, from trying to pass a balanced budget to now finding replacements for 2 top city administrators. WYLN's Gary Perna has more on the changes at City Hall.
January has not been a great month for the city of Hazleton and its government officials. January started with no heat in City Hall. After the Department of Labor placed a boiler out of service, officials were scrambling to get a new one in place.
It has been a very hectic month. We came back from Christmas break, and immediately the labor and industry came in and put our boiler out of service. We got heat back on yesterday, finally. Over 3 weeks we were without heat. So City Hall employees were here very scarcely for those 3 weeks. So a lot of catching up to do, a lot of things that when I was here I was trying to get done on my own. So it's just going to be some time to get everything out. The business licenses haven't gone out, rental inspections have not gone out, so we're off to a late start already.
From that, the city then began operating without a budget, since it was an election year and the budget technically for the new council wasn't due till February 15th. Now tonight, council will take more steps to securing that budget for 18, which calls for a property tax increase.
I will immediately sign the budget once they pass it. It should be passed first meeting in February. The next day they should bring it to me. I'll sign it, and then we could start the process of sending them out, the bills out. The faster we get it in place, the faster we can get money coming in.
Once those are voted on, council should be able to have a final budget in place by the first week of February. Now on to the next problem. Mayor Jeff Cassat received a number of letters of resignation last week and this week. The most pressing one is from the acting director of administration, Tom Prabula. Prabula was hired by then Mayor Joe Iannuzzi and was a carryover to the Cassat administration.
Well, Tom Prabula, the director of administration, did give me his resignation this week, effective next Friday. According to our form of government, we are to have a director of administration. It's a little bit of a critical time right now with everything going on with the Act 47 and the budget and everything else, but we'll get through it. We'll just keep plugging away and move on.
The mayor also received a letter from longtime Human Resources Director Nancy Doyle.
Also got a resignation from our Human Resource Coordinator. It's another critical position for the city. They handle the pension and insurances and a lot of other things. So that's a pretty important position that we hold here too. So that one we will advertise. Just sent out the advertisement. It should appear in the paper tomorrow. See where we go from there.
Cassat said he also received one from Police Lieutenant Ken Zaposky, who served with the City Police Department since 1993. He's leaving the city of Hazleton to head up the police force in Mahanoy City. Hazleton City Fire driver Robert Mandek submitted his letter of retirement to the mayor as well. Cassat said he and Police Chief Jerry Speziale will be placing names on council's agenda, hopefully in the beginning of February, to hire a handful of police officers.
We have to keep up the 42-man roster to meet the requirements for the grant that we got. We have to keep 40, and then we get 2 officers completely paid for.
As for the firefighter position, the city does have a list from test applicants and should fill the position rather soon. Cassatt said they are actively looking to replace Probula and Doyle.
There's a few prospects that we have reached out to, and we're going to do some interviewing. The state, the DCD, and PEL are going to help with the interview process. And hopefully we can get somebody in place by the end of this week so we could have a full week of training or time to spend with the administration before he goes.
In Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Thank you, Gary. This latest round of snow has come and stopped, and now the cleanup. And once again today, schools, hoping for the best, began with delays, then ended up canceling classes again today. The snow continued a bit longer than expected, and that increased snow totals a bit more than expected. That's more to take care of, and once people were able to get out and moving, when they got where they were going, parking in some places was at a premium. And in some places it still is. So if you are heading out tonight, leave some extra time and don't leave your patients at home. Speaking of the snow, West Hazleton Mayor John Chura today said that garbage pickup for West Hazleton will happen tomorrow, Thursday, and that's due to the recent snowfall. Again, if you live in West Hazleton, your garbage will be picked up tomorrow. Coming up on WYLN News, building a new hospital in Schuylkill County. Plus, crime victim services in the state are looking for input, and we'll tell you how you can give yours. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. For tonight, cold, but no snow. The overnight low 9. Tomorrow, a gradual warm-up begins, sunny and a high of 29. And look at that, Friday with some clouds, but still no snow. The high 36. We'll be right back.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
The Berger Family Dealerships have joined forces with Blaze Alexander Family Dealerships to bring you the largest liquidation sale ever. We have 30 days to liquidate $10 million in new and pre-owned inventory. This isn't just a sale. This is your opportunity to save thousands. Maximize trade allowance, the biggest discounts, and lowest rates. First come, first serve. Stop and shop or visit us online at BergerFamilyDealerships.com and see for yourself how low we'll go. And only at Berger Family Dealerships in Hazleton, where you'll find the lowest price guaranteed.
Four Blooms is now open, 668 North Hunter Highway in Drums. Tuesday's happy hour from 5 until 8 in the bar area. Every Wednesday from 6 until 10 is martini night in the piano room. Sip and savor, Thursday from 5 until 8 in the bar. And don't forget about Sunday brunch. That's Four Blooms in Drums.
A land development plan is underway for a 3-story, 80-bed hospital in West Brunswick Township, Schuylkill County. St. Luke's University Health Network in Bethlehem will be building that hospital. Supervisors signed off on the plan at a recent meeting. The proposed site on Cinema Boulevard on the north side of Route 61. No timeline is set as to when construction will begin on that new hospital. 2 surveys can now be filled out online to help with crime victim services throughout Pennsylvania. The Pennsylvania Commission on Crime and Delinquency launched the surveys on Monday. One of the surveys is for victims of crime and their family members. The other was created for victim service providers and criminal justice practitioners who can provide input on how to improve services to the victims. Those surveys can be found at pacrimevictims.com. They will be available until February 28th. Results of the surveys will be released in March of this year. A federally required replacement for the No Child Left Behind program has received final approval in the Commonwealth. That announcement was made today by Governor Tom Wolf. Pennsylvania's Every Student Succeeds Act was created to ensure that all students have access to a high-quality and well-rounded education. The program goals are to eliminate achievement gaps and to provide critical resources to schools. The plan was submitted to the U.S. Department of Education in September 2017. Governor Wolf stated today's approval serves as a historic moment for public education in the Commonwealth. Coming up on Pattersonville's News Choice, winter is not over yet. And staying safe, especially for seniors, is paramount. We'll learn more in Community and You. Plus, don't wait. Get your Diamond Drop tickets. We have the details. But first, let's take a look at today's winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Stay with us.
Chur's Auto Sales has been serving the area with quality vehicles since 1954. Chur's Auto Sales is known as your friendly dealer and now in their 4th generation and voted the best used car dealer by the readers of Standard Speaker Choice Awards. John Chur would like to thank everyone that voted for his business. When you need a quality pre-owned vehicle, choose from a large selection at Chur's 570-454-7229.
Boyer Insurance Agency, 78 Sugarloaf Avenue in Sugarloaf. Quality coverage, competitive rates, discounts, recreational vehicles, boats, campers, and motorcycles. Find the coverage you want at the right price. Call them at 570-788-3543.
For 4 generations, All-American Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram has been treating their customers like family. Stop in to get the lowest financing options and best service around. Whether you're in need of a Ram pickup with a Snow Dog plow, or have an active family lifestyle, or simply want to show off your fun, adventurous side, All-American Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram of Tamaqua has a wide variety of inventory to choose from. Stop in now and take advantage of their Start Something New event.
Here on Wyln, everyone. I'm Gary Perna. I'm very pleased to have with me Dr. Dan Benyo from Lehigh Valley Physicians Group Hazleton. And Dr. Benyo, I want to talk a little bit about geriatrics and the winter time. Sure. So our older population here in Hazleton, I'm sure like all of us, kind of get that, oh, I'm stuck inside for so long, you know, it snowed, I want to go out and shovel the sidewalk, or oh, I got to go to the store. But that population needs to err on the side of caution, especially when it's snowy and icy out. So what are some of the things that our geriatrics in the area really need to pay attention to, especially during this winter season?
Sure. Especially when it's icy out, there's always a risk of falling. Mm-hmm. As we get older, maybe our senses of being aware of where our feet are, our balance may not be quite what it used to be, and we may have a little bit of an element of fragile bones. So we're one fall away from a hip fracture, from a bad hospital course, and something catastrophic happening. Also, despite the ice, there's underlying chronic medical conditions. So some of our population have comorbidities that involve heart failure, lung disease, heart disease as well. And sometimes this stress test of shoveling snow can exacerbate any of those processes. So whenever you're thinking about shoveling snow and you haven't done it in a while, it's probably best to have that conversation with your provider to make sure, hey doc, is it okay I go out and shovel that snow? Or should I have the neighbor do it, or my husband or wife do it, or my kids do it? Or that should be a conversation that's ongoing.
I know from experience taking care of my grandmother as she got up in age, you know, she had slowed down a lot. It was really hard for her to go out and do things. And having a little bit of a heart problem, she would get out of breath very easily. Now, you and I go out and we're shoveling all day and running the snowblower, and you come in and, yeah, okay, you're a little bit out of breath. But they'll come in and are really struggling for air. That could potentially lead to something else as well.
Oh, certainly. So say you just go out there to shovel quick for 5 minutes and you come back in and you're having worsening shortness of breath, some chest pain, dizziness. These are all signs that something right is not happening. So you need to seek immediate medical attention because it may be that, well, you've been healthy in the past, but now are having a heart attack of something of that nature. So it's important to seek medical attention if you're having symptoms.
And I know, especially during the really cold, when we experience really cold temperatures, they would be going outside. Maybe it's just going out to get the mail at the corner. Getting into that cold environment makes it a little hard for them to adjust to it and could cause some problems as well.
Oh, certainly. People with underlying lung conditions, it can exacerbate or worsen their underlying lung condition, make them wheeze more, cough more, get more short of breath, which also could put more stress on their heart. And sometimes in the cold, your blood likes to warm up certain areas of the body and maybe not goes to the heart as effectively, which could put even further stress on your heart.
Something I know, even for younger generations, younger people, if they have any type of asthma or something like that, the cold also irritates it. So maybe somebody who's a little older says, I'm okay, I just need to go sit down for a little bit and fine, where you or I may say, oh, I need my inhaler or something to help with that, could also lead to other issues as well for them.
Oh, certainly, certainly. And sometimes one trick is with people with underlying airway conditions who are younger, who know that cold air exacerbates their underlying lung condition. Sometimes putting a scarf over their mouth to breathe in kind of humidified warm air can help, but certainly trying to avoid those triggers is probably best.
And take your time when you're doing it. You don't have to go out and do a marathon as you're shoveling the sidewalk or the driveway. It's also good to call the neighborhood kids up and say, hey, could you help us out here?
Oh, certainly. My 4-year-old son loves to shovel snow. So
nothing wrong with that. Dr. Benyo, you are currently taking on new patients. So somebody out there, how could they get a hold of you and your office?
Our site is at currently the Desson Center, which is by Health and Wellness Center, but we're moving to Lantern Lane down in Cunningham.
All right, so if you like to get in with Dr. Dan Benyo, you can give the Lehigh Valley Health Network a call, 501-4LVH, and that's 4584. All the information's been up on your screen. Currently at the Denison Center, but he's on the move down to Lantern Lane on Main Street in Cunningham. So somebody down the Cunningham Valley or throughout the greater Hazleton area looking for a new doctor, you can give Dr. Dan Benyo a call and get in to see him. And just take your time. I know my grandmother yells at me all the time because I always worry about what she's doing. She's out there taking the ashes out of the coal stove. She's shoveling the deck and the sidewalk. I tell her, we'll get it. They don't want to listen, but they need to listen to a little bit of some of our advice here as they get into their advanced age. And Dr. Benyo, thanks so much for talking with us.
Well, thank you for having me.
All right. And again, thanks for joining us here on Community and You, everyone. We'll catch you next time here on WYLN.
Ralph M. Cameron, specializing in quality and affordable construction services for residential, commercial, and industrial, licensed and insured. Call 570-401-0654 today for all your construction needs.
The Berger family dealerships have joined forces with Blaze Alexander Family Dealerships to bring you the largest liquidation sale ever. We have 30 days to liquidate $10 million in new and pre-owned inventory. This isn't just a sale. This is your opportunity to save thousands. Maximize trade allowance, the biggest discounts, and lowest rates. First come, first serve. Stop and shop or visit us online at BergerFamilyDealerships.com and see for yourself how low we'll go. And only at Berger Family Dealerships in Hazleton, where you'll find the lowest price guaranteed.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
It's an annual event to help children in the Hazleton area, and it's right around the corner, but you still have time to get your tickets. Get ready. It's dinner, dancing, and a chance to win a Diamond Heart pendant. The annual Helping Hands Society's annual Diamond Drop Dinner Dance is taking place Saturday, January 27th at Genetti Catering Hall in Hazel Township from 6 to 11 p.m.
To have Into the Spin back again, fantastic band. Again, it's at Genetti's from 6 to 11, and we are still taking reservations. It's a wonderful, wonderful event sponsored by Felons. And this year we have our event sponsor is Henkel Corporation. We're very, very thankful to them. It's a wonderful night. Someone's going to get a chance to win a beautiful diamond, and it's absolutely beautiful. You'll be seeing it in the paper. It's on our Facebook page. So we're telling everyone to hurry up and call because we're filling up fast.
Each year, the fundraiser is held to benefit children at Helping Hands Society. You can dance the night away with music from Into the Spin. Every guest has a chance to win that solid gold and diamond heart pendant from Felons Jewelers. You can also capture the evening with some fun photos.
It's a crazy little thing where you go get your picture taken. They have all different costumes to wear, and people really, really love that. And it just kind of makes the evening even more fun. So a big thank you to Rob and Jenny who own that, and they come and donate their time.
And a special sports memorabilia item will also be up for bid.
Mark Imbriaco has been very generous to Helping Hands over the years. So we would, this year he is donating a Carson Wentz autographed Philadelphia Eagles authentic football helmet. We're going to be auctioning this off during the event. So we're very, very excited about that. We know we have a lot of Eagles fans out there, so we hope we have a lot of people show up and bid on this item.
And tickets for the Diamond Drop are $45. You can RSVP by January 2nd by calling 570-455-4958. Again, that event is Saturday, January 27th from 6 until 11 p.m. at Genetti Catering in Hazel Township. Now stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN News.
For 4 generations, All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram has been treating their customers like family. Stop in to get the lowest financing options and best service around. Whether you're in need of a Ram pickup with a Snow Dog plow, or have an active family lifestyle, or simply want to show off your fun, adventurous side, All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Tamaqua has a wide variety of inventory to choose from. Stop in now and take advantage of their Start Something New event.
Chur's Auto Sales has been serving the area with quality vehicles since 1954. Chur's Auto Sales is known as your friendly dealer and now in their 4th generation and voted the best used car dealer by the readers of Standard Speaker Choice Awards. John Chur would like to thank everyone that voted for his business. When you need a quality pre-owned vehicle, choose from a large selection at Chur's 570-454-7229.